Hey, welcome back to my shop. This week's project is not going to be a restoration or a build, but it's an upcycle. I salvaged a old stickly cherry dining room drop leaf table from heading off to Goodwill from a family friend, and we're going to modify it and turn it into a gaming station slash desk for my son. He put a work order in for it, and I'll try and get those all fulfilled for the family. Hang around, I think it's going to be fun. So you can see the table has got a drop leaf on each side. You raise it up and then it's got the legs that swing out. So with both these open, it's a pretty good sized table. I'm not real sure what the plan is going to be for what we're going to turn this into yet. First order of business is going to be just to take it apart. I got the glue block off and I got one whack and it's separated all the way down the joint, so that's good. I'm actually going to kind of hold it together till I get the other one off. This is why, with me, it's always designed on the fly, because I wanted this part of the desk to be 22 inches wide. But this detail here, which is where it, I don't know what you call it, but it's where when the drop leaf came up, it fit into the tabletop. I've got to go down to 21.5 to be able to cut all this out. You can see this defect here. I'm going to try some steam to get that out. We'll see what happens. Again, and this just isn't going to be big enough. Unfortunately, it's, we decided we're doing this out of that table. We're not going to buy any wood for this. I think what I'm going to attempt is we need to get this down about halfway so we can get about 12 more inches. Of course, the boards and grain don't match up even close, so I do think the overall dimensions look better on the table now, and it's going to be more user-friendly. I'll figure it out later. The key is I got the overall dimension now, so I can measure up and make my my apron frame. So I'm gonna need 5 table legs, and I'm gonna have to use one of these ones that was for the leaf where it came out. So I've got to fill in this piece of wood. So I've got a piece set up on the bandsaw. I've got this finish scraped off of here. So I'm gonna get it glued on. Okay, got all my pieces laid out the way I want them. Got everything marked. Next thing to do is get these on the table saw, rip them all down. I'm going to go with 3.5 inches, which Okay, so everything came out pretty good. I'm not crazy about the way this looks, but it is what it is, and for what this desk is going to be, it's perfectly fine. So the next thing I want to do is round the corners off. I've got my little radius jig here for the router table. These are too big and bulky for me to handle on my router table, so I'm just going to mark them. I'll saw a little bit off and then finish it with a sand.
What did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
Yesterday, I was putting the shellac base on here and was playing around with the tinted shellac, and I got to be honest with you, I hated everything I was doing. So I sanded everything back down to 150. I'm going to go a different direction. It's a little bit different angle than I've been shooting, but I just wanted to show you because the lighting's good on this side. But I'm very happy with how this came out. It's not perfect, but I don't think I'm gonna get it any closer than this. So I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit longer, then I'm gonna start getting some top coat on it. The time has finally come to get the top coat put on the table. I'm using Armor Seal by General Finishes. And it'll take 3 coats, and the final result will be a satin finish. So this is coat number 1. I use a cotton t-shirt rag as the applicator, and I just wipe it on. Alright, the way these Z-clips work is I got my biscuit groove in there, and that slides into there. I'm going to mark with a punch. So I'm going to come a little to the right. And then I'm going to pre-drill. Then I've loaded my screw up with a little bit of wax to make it go in easier. Get my thumb on it. And again, this Z-clip does a good job of holding the tabletop down to the apron, but there's some movement here if the wood's gonna expand and contract. So, hey, it's a wrap on this week's video and the project. This was a Stickley cherry top dining room drop leaf table with a maple base and maple legs. I was able to repurpose the top. This was the original top. This was one of the leaves, and this was part of another one of the drop leaves. I was able to take those and piece them together here. Not crazy about how this came out, but it's going to work. Had to make a whole new apron, and as you saw, had to go through a lot of different attempts to get the coloring correct on the maple apron to match the legs, because I did not want to sand and restain those. They were in good shape, so why should I? Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned a little bit. Please leave me a comment if you like it, and stay tuned. I'll give you some close-up shots. And appreciate everybody who subscribed to my channel. It means a lot. It's helping my channel grow. And if you're not subscribed already, please consider. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next one.